Hey everybody, welcome back to SHEGLAM's YouTube channel. My name is Kristina from By Kristina Studio, and I talk all things beauty from my own experiences. And today we are creating this everyday, easy, natural summer makeup look. Whenever summer rolls around, I want something that is going to stay put all day, but also give me a super natural, very lightweight feel on the skin. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how I created this easy summer makeup look. But before we dive into the tutorial, I want to ask you guys a quick question. What do you want to see on the SHEGLAM YouTube channel? What themes and topics would you like to see in future videos? Let us know in the comments down below. And of course, before you go, make sure to subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so you are notified every time a video is posted. Starting off with a hydrated base, and first and foremost, we're going to go ahead and hydrate the lips. This I like to do at the very beginning so that my lips can absorb all the hydration before I go in with my final lip color. Today I'm going to be using the SHEGLAM Plushy Lip Balm. This delivers a perfect pout using your own unique temperature for a one-of-a-kind custom color. It's also super nourishing using olive oil and shea butter plus vitamin E for soft, moisturized lips throughout the day. And to prep the complexion for makeup, we're going to be going in with this brand new hydrating primer from SHEGLAM. This is the Good Grip Hydrating Primer. It's an oil and silicone-free primer that features a refreshing gel texture that makes your skin really soft, smooth, and healthy, and also very moist. It's just going to grip your makeup onto your skin really nicely while also giving you added hydration. And I love how quickly this absorbs into the skin. There's basically no downtime after you blend this out. I love starting off with a hydrated base. It just gives me such a good even glow to start off with all of my foundation and concealer and everything on top. And you can see I just finished blending that out and it's already getting really grippy and tacky. To apply all of our products today, we're going to be using the SHEGLAM Pro Core Brush Kit. This basically has everything we need. It comes with a loose powder brush, a foundation brush, a blush brush, an eyeshadow color brush, your standard blending eyeshadow brush, a flame brush, a concealer brush, and a double-ended eyebrow and mascara brush. I'm going to be doing a little bit of color correcting with this green color corrector from SHEGLAM. This is the Like Magic color corrector, and I don't have a ton of redness in my skin, but this helps really counteract any slight areas that I do have that redness, and I find that it gives me even more of an even base. I do have a little bit of acne scarring on my chin right here. It does tend to get a little bit red, so I'm going to put some color corrector right there. I get really red around my nose, and that's pretty much all that you need. And I'm just going to take that concealer brush and I'm just going to dot it into those areas, but not necessarily blend it out all the way because we want to make sure that the coverage stays in the areas that we placed it. And it really just neutralizes all of that redness on the skin. And once you put your concealer and your foundation on top, it virtually is undetectable. Now going in with this foundation, this is the Skinfinite Hydrating Foundation. I have the shade Butterscotch. This is a super creamy, medium coverage foundation that's supposed to give you a very natural, undetectable feel on the skin. I really like this foundation because even though it gives you a medium coverage, you still get that very lightweight, undetectable feel on the skin while getting the utmost coverage that you can from a foundation. This color does look a little off for me, but it's because my body is darker than my face because I use sunscreen every day. So once we blend this in, it's just going to kind of blend in to my neck and the rest of my body really well. And I'm just going to blend this with my fingers to begin and really let this warm up on the skin. It feels super creamy once you're blending it out with your fingers, and it gives you a very creamy, hydrated look to the skin. And I'm just taking my foundation brush here and further blending out. All right, and you can see right here, we do have a really solid medium coverage versus this side where we have no foundation on. You can still see all of my hyperpigmentation, kind of my uneven skin tone, a lot of my freckling. Whereas on this side, everything is a little bit more subtle. You can still sort of see my hyperpigmentation, but once we go in with the concealer, that's pretty much going to be gone. I like to go in with a very thin thin layer of foundation, especially for like a summer makeup look, because I want something that's going to feel very lightweight throughout the day. And this is where I like to like finish with my foundation. I like this amount of coverage from it. I don't need my foundation to give me full coverage. This is going to be a medium coverage anyways, so I like where it still looks like skin. It's very hydrated. It's a very natural look. It's not giving me like an overly greasy look to the skin, which is perfect. And now we're going to do the same exact thing on the left side here. Put the foundation all over the skin and then blend it out with my brush. I love how this just looks like natural skin. Like it's not giving me too much oil. It's not overly mattifying me. My overall tone is just even and glowy, and I really enjoy the finish of this foundation. Going in now with one of my favorite steps and one of my favorite products from SHEGLAM. It is the Complexion Boost Concealers. These concealers are a high coverage formula. It has 100% olive source squalane. It has a sponge head, so it makes it really easy to dispense the product onto the skin, and it gives you really nice moisture while also giving you a beautiful and blurred natural finish on the skin. I use the shades Acorn and Sand. Sand is a perfect color for my face, and then Acorn is really nice to just brighten up my overall under eyes. So I'm going to be using Sand all over my face, and you really do not need a lot of product on this. Like I said, this is high coverage, so we're going to be going in with a very small amount to begin with, and then we're just going to be adding to it as needed. So you can see there all the blemishes that I had on my chin completely gone after using this concealer. This coverage is insane. It's really great to use on top of a foundation. You can also use it underneath like you're underpainting, or you could just use this concealer all over the face and skip your foundation. That's how much coverage this has. Make sure to take your time with this step. Just put the concealer exactly where you need it. Because this is such a high coverage concealer, you're really not going to need a lot of it. I'm actually also going to add a little bit of Acorn underneath the eyes to slightly brighten up the under eyes a little bit more. Okay, I'm really happy with this base. Everything is looking nice and even, hydrated. We have a little bit of brightness in the center of the face, so I'm going to go ahead, leave that alone for now, and let's move on to a little bit of eyeshadow. For the eyeshadow, we're going to be using the SHEGLAM eyeshadow palette. This is the Jazy Jigsaw eyeshadow palette. It's the Love and Taupe one. These are perfect for every day. Today we're going to use a little bit of shimmer, but mainly focusing on the matte shades. So I'm just going to be taking my eyeshadow brush here and using this color right here in the corner. We're going to use this to deepen up the crease, and overall just use this as our main eyeshadow base color. So I'm starting on the outer corner here, and we're just going to use this to further define the eyelids. I do tend to have a flatter face and like smaller eyelids, so what I'm trying to do here is add a little bit more dimension, a little more depth in the crease area, as well as make it look like my crease is a lot higher than it actually is. And this is the shade Dazed. So I'm just taking this all in the outer corner, slightly like a third into the eye, and then we're also dragging it up and all the way across towards like the nose area to give a little bit more dimension right here on the inner part to make it look like our eyes are a little bit more deep set. And same thing on the other eye here, and kind of dragging it right along the nose right here. Of course, this method's going to vary with everyone's eye shape. Just do what looks best on your eyes. Now we're going to take this shimmery color in the shade Perplex, and I'm going to take this on the inner corner as well as like the inner third area and really pull it up the eye. So again, we have more of a wide awake, bright-eyed effect. And we're going to place this down with this brush, really focusing on this inner third area first. And I'm going to take my finger and I'm further going to push a little bit more color into that inner third area to add a little bit more boldness and kind of let it diffuse into the middle of the eye. And same thing on the other side. And I'm going to add a very soft wing with the shade Crossword right here. We're going to be using the angle on this double-sided brush, and I'm just going to pull the eyeshadow out to just elongate the entire eye. And I love a soft smoky wing like this for an everyday natural look, but you could also amp it up a little bit and use some liquid eyeliner. That tends to stay even longer throughout the day, so I'm just going to add just a little bit on top of here, and then I'm going to smoke it out further with that same brown shade. shade. This liquid eyeliner is really nice because it's waterproof, so it's gonna stay all day, all night, and it has the very fine sponge tip, so it helps you draw on exactly where you want it to go. Now that the eyeshadow is done, I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. I'm using this Brows on Demand 2-in-1 brow pencil. It's not too waxy to where it makes my eyebrows sticky or anything like that. And the other side is a liquid brow pen that's waterproof, sweat-proof, and oil resistant. So it is perfect for the summertime when you're sweating, when you're out, and it gives you such precise lines. I'm just gonna brush my brows up so we have it in place of where I want it to be. And first I'm going to use this cream tip right here, and I'm just going to draw in the tail ends where my brows are more sparse and just kind of like shape my brows a little bit. And then I'm going to use the brow pen part and really just draw in more brow hairs on the inner part of my brows and like the bottom half of my brows, so you can really see like the hairs there. And to finish off the eyes, we're going to be putting some mascara on, and I'm going to be using this. This is a double-sided mascara. It's the all-in-one volume and length mascara. This is a waterproof, clump-free formula that has 2 brushes on either side. We have a volumizing side as well as a lengthening side. Personally, I love something that's super lengthening. So I just curled my lashes, and I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the lengthening side here and brush this through my eyelashes, focusing mainly on the tips to really elongate those lashes. I only use waterproof mascaras. They are the only mascaras that will hold my lashes up all day. I have lashes that grow straight down. They're fairly thick, but they do grow all the way down. And if I don't use a waterproof mascara, then I have no chance of them staying up. So this is great because it holds my lashes all day and it gives me a ton of length. For bronzer, I'm going to be using this Sculpt liquid contour. I have the shade Warm Honey here, and these are perfect because they're matte liquid contours. They're super thin, really easy to blend out on the skin while staying very pigmented. And because they are this liquid formula, when they dry down, they last all day long. They are not going to budge, and they're easy to just layer on top of. I'm just going to use this angled brush right here to apply this. And these do have a sponge tip applicator here, so it makes it really easy to just dot it on the face. So what I'm going to do is actually take this farther up on my face because I want something that's going to make my face look a little bit more lifted. So in bringing your bronzer and contour up a little higher, it gives that illusion. So I'm just going to do 2 dots right here, and then I'm going to blend it out with my brush. I'm just using this angled fluffy brush and just patting that in and working it into the skin. And I love this shade because it really gives me the illusion that I've just been out in the sun all day and I have this like sun-kissed look to my skin. It's great. And then taking it here on the jawline just to add a little bit of definition. It takes such little effort to blend this out. Like, you guys just saw how easy that was to blend. So look at this side compared to this side. We have the bronzer on the right side and nothing on this. It just gives us a very sculpted look, a little bit of warmth to the skin, and a little more, again, dimension to the skin. So I'm just going to do the same exact thing on the left side. All right, I'm happy with that. The skin is looking fresh, it's looking glowy, and it's looking bronzed. Now I want to take this blush. This is the Color Bloom Dayglow Liquid Blush in the shade Risky Business. This is a shimmery, highly pigmented, long wear liquid blush. Just like the liquid contour and liquid bronzer, this one is going to stay all day because once it dries down, it dries down. But I love the finish this has on the skin. While it does dry fully, it still looks nice and glowy on the skin. And I'm just cleaning off that same brush that we used for the bronzer, and I'm just going to use this for the blush as well. And I'm going to dot this straight onto the face. Just 2 little dots right there. And then blend it out. And again, this one is super pigmented, but it blends out so easily without losing any of that pigmentation. So subtle, so beautiful. I just love the way that these look on the skin. And the blush and the bronzer just sit on top of each other so well. They just blend in really seamlessly. And I'm just gonna drag this across the nose slightly with whatever is left on my brush, so we get more of that like sun-kissed, just been out in the the sun all day vibe. And if you want a little bit more glow than what the blush and bronzer have to offer, then you can also go in with the Glow Bloom liquid highlighter. I have this in the shade Bellini Brunch. It's dewy, buildable, and also long wearing again, but you want to be very, very careful with this because these are super pigmented. And I'm just going to take the smallest dot of this on the back of my hand, and we're going to take this fluffy brush right here, grab a little bit of the highlight here, and I'm actually going to put this right on top of that blush just to add that extra dimension of glow, you know? It makes such a subtle difference, but it makes the whole face look a little bit more dewy, a little bit more like healthy. And instead of just doing like a streak right here on the cheek, I'm kind of like blending it all over that blush so it looks like the entire area is glowy. And because we want the entire face of makeup to last all day, we're going to be setting it with powder. I am an oily skin girl, so I cannot go without setting my face with powder. I have here the Insta-Ready face and under eye setting powder. This is a 2-in-1 setting powder. The top is going to be a pressed powder that's made for your under eyes, and the bottom is going to be a loose powder for all over your face. I have this in the shade Bisque. So I'm going to do the under eyes first using this pressed powder, and I'm just going to be using our little powder brush. I'm going to take some of this powder and I am just going to tap it very lightly under the eyes. And you can see it's mattified under the eyes and it's set down all of that concealer, all of that foundation there. And then I'm going to go in with the loose powder on the rest of my face. And I'm going to swirl that in. And I'm just going to tap this in anywhere that I want to set the face. So this side is set with powder and this side is not. You can see it's slightly more matte, but we still have a lot of dewiness and a lot of hydration going on the skin. That is exactly where I like my face of makeup to be whenever I'm finishing it up. So I went ahead and powdered my entire face, finished my lash line, added some mascara, and now I want to go ahead and set the face with my setting spray. This is the Locked In setting spray. It's supposed to give you 16 hours of wear. It's a matte setting spray that has a mattifying effect while controlling and combating shine. Plus, it instantly smooths and makes your skin look more silk-like. It's quick drying also, and it has oil controlling ingredients. So like I mentioned, throughout the day, I do like my oils coming through slightly, but I like my face to start off very matte. So this is actually going to help keep my face as matte as possible for as long as possible. And as my natural oils start coming through throughout the day, my makeup is still going to stay in place because of my setting spray. And I love the mist on it. It's super fine. All right, and lastly, we have the lips, my favorite part. And they actually sent me this beautiful case of their new Mirror Kiss High Shine lipsticks. There are 12 of the brand new Mirror Kiss High Shine lipsticks. They give you high shine finish like your favorite SHEGLAM gloss with a moisturizing power of a lip balm, plus the buildable color payoff of traditional lip tints. It has this silky jelly texture that applies seamlessly on your lips. It has a super lustrous shine and a luxe buildable color in the same SHEGLAM lipstick shades that you know and love. It also has skin-friendly oils that'll keep your lips hydrated and smooth all day long. I will insert swatches here of me putting all of these on so you guys can see what this looks like on my skin tone. But overall, I love the formulation of these. I feel like they're nice and balmy. They feel very thin and slick, so they kind of melt like butter whenever you place it on your lips. And they don't lose any pigmentation whenever you're swiping them on the lips, but you can definitely sheer these out or build these up to whatever pigmentation you want them to be. I love that you can kind of dab it on to get more sheer coverage, or you can swipe it fully on the lips and get full high pigmentation out of these. I feel like these are giving me very much summer vibes with the shades that they chose. And especially during the summertime, I want a glossy look. I think that there's something so beautiful and fresh about a nice balmy lipstick. These are the type of formulation that are super easy to reapply on the go, which I love. I love just chucking these kind of products into my purse and taking it with me wherever I go throughout the day. To finish off my look, I'm just going to use this Glam 101 Lipstick and Liner Duo. I'm going to use the liner side, and then I'm going to finish off the look with the shade Plot Twist from the Mirror Kiss High Shine Lipstick Collection. Alright guys, and here is the finished look. This is going to be my everyday natural summer makeup look using all of the SHEGLAM products. I hope that you guys like it. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this look that we created today. All of these products are sure to last all day on your skin throughout the summertime. Don't forget to let us know in the comments down below what you would like to see from the SHEGLAM YouTube channel coming up, what themes and what topics you want to see us do here, and also make sure to subscribe to this channel and like this video if you liked it and if you found it helpful. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!